Hey, what's going on guys, Banana Man here, and today I am here to show you which I think is the best area for base locations for 1.0. I will be doing the negatives, the positives, and all up everything there is to know. I'll also be doing when 1.0 is released, the best armor sets in the game and which ones you should use. Not including the rotten ones, because we all know which ones you should use. Anyway, so the first location I think is in this survival world here. I'll just put away my thing so you can see better. Is the stone blocks. I think this is probably the best area, one of the best areas to build a big base. The like this castle, which is still not complete because I had to build that one there. Yeah, and so the only reason is, look how much space you have. You have so much flat space, but you do have annoying fireflies, which that is probably one of the only downsides. If you don't care to annoyance, like I don't really care, it's fine. You're also near the sandbox, the picnic table, pretty close to the upper yard, like a direct pathway. You're right near the haze. The only problem is the hedge, the pond, and the tree, but yet again, you are still pretty close. You're still close to the grasslands, the red ant hill. You're close to everything except that the far corner, like there and there, which is okay because um, but this is the most center flat flat area I think you can get. Anyway, so there's not really any downsides. There's one downside, that there's a wolf spider over there that likes to roam around, but he will never get on the stones. Only one over there, but I've only seen him once on one over there, but he's never came close to this big one here. And so, yeah, there's, you are near infected bugs, but they'll never come this far, unless if they're following you. And so, out of every area, I built here because I personally would rate this 9 out of 10. There are 8.5. There are some downsides, but that's only really with the hedge and the pond being so far away. But yet again, they're not really that far away. You can get further, like if you're at the pond, then how are you going to get to the sandbox? Biggest pain ever. This is probably the best area for late game. This is arguably the best area for late game. Anyway, so that's number one. Now I will come with you at number two right now. Anyway, we are back, and here we are at the baseball. This is one of arguably the safest and best starting area. It's not the best late game area, but and it's not the best early area, but it's good as a central hub, and it's good as the first base you ever make. It also has a great location, the baseball, and other things. And so, this base, as you can see, I have a few zip lines. This base, it has one wolf spider may sometimes come down here, rarely. You are close to the haze and to all the beacon, to all the lasers, which I'm sure won't really matter. You are decently close to the tree, decently close to the hedge, decently close to the pond. You know, but in reality, it's just once you get past the hedge lab, and past the pond lab, this base is useless once you get past the early tier 2 area error. It's just not a good place. And it's not a good place to build either. There's much cooler places. I mean, the baseball is the only exception. Who would not want to build on a baseball? Yeah. And so, all up, there's not much to the base. It's just, casual. You are close to a research station, but I think every base is really close. Like there, I have the picnic table. That's really close. The other one, it's not really. Yeah, and so there is another base which I'm gonna hop up here for because I cannot be bothered to go there. Over there, as you can see, it's just a little. I just have a roasting spit and a dew drop collector there. It's it's a okay location. It was much better in early game. It's close. It's a good place to get farm spiders and bombarder beetles. It's next to the pond, and if you know, once you've completed the pond lab, it's a good area for it because the pond lab's like there. Uh, you know, uh, it's close to the red ant hill, decently close to stink bugs, quite close to the upper yard. Yet my castle over there is closer. Yeah, but out of all, it was way better in earlier versions. If you manage to get your hand on an earlier version, make sure you build there. But in the later version, it's meh. This one here, I give like a 6 out of 10. That one there, 5 out of 10. This one's slightly better because of the baseball. And now, we go down to here. There are a few, I will miss some, obviously, but I'll get all the well-known ones. Wow, I didn't actually take damage that time. Because of the new momentum, I always take damage when I go on that one. There's a few other good ones. People often like to go there, build a base there. How are you going to get to the upper yard when you need to go? How are you going to get to the sandbox? It's a good early game outpost, is what I can say. And, I mean, out of all of the bases, it's got to be a 3 out of 10. It's just, and there's even a better one over there. It's maybe a little less close, but it's just not as good. And over here is another flat area. This one's purely, I say, purely artistic. Purely just for the looks. You can build a nice solid castle here. Or a massive museum. Something massive here. You know, it's okay. I'd have to give it a 1 out of 10 in usability. This is probably one of the worst spots you can be. Up to usability. But in looks, I'd have to give it a 5, so let's round it up to another 3. Then you got the lily pads. I mean, just for the fact it's a 5 out of 10. It's a good pond base all up. You can use all your stuff, and it's purely just for the fact that you want a base on the lily pads. Do you not? You want a base there, do you not? So it's got to be a 5 out of 10. It's not good for usability, but it just looks awesome. And also, this used to be way higher because of the Burgle advantage, but now that they've made it so Burgle, you only really have to hand in chips for him. just gone down a lot. That's really all that's over here. That's not my backpack, by the way. It's annoying me, but I can't collect it. Yeah, and so... Also, if you turn off the haze, it's like the worst spot, because you'll have to fight the infected wolf spider constantly. Yeah, and so I'll be back, probably, at the hedge. Toad. 10 out of 10. Can't argue. I can see a lot of arguments and a lot of misconcerns coming out with this one. Now, you gotta... This is probably a very cool place to build. The new Bug Strike back update, I keep finding granola bars. You know, this is very argumentative. But I think personally this is about a 2 out of 10. Just because... Only reason why I'm not giving it 1 is because it does look awesome if you build it right. But it's hard to build here, difficult to make it look nice. And it's probably the worst place because this is like the earliest base you can build and it's pretty lame. Like, you gotta travel the entire map just to get one twinkling shell. I've personally never tried to build here, only in creative I have, just to try and get an idea, and like, it was just like, this is so many resources for something, and so much effort for something I just don't want to do. You know, yeah, and so, also, while we are here, I nearly forgot about this one. Oh, I don't even have it planned. Mate. My aim's a bit off. Let me use the Coltana. Can't be able to move the block. So you see up there, the deck. 1 out of 10, your base is going to get destroyed next update. And on the deck update. Anyway. So yeah, that's about it. Now we're going to the new area. The Sword in the Stone. Now, the perfect holiday destination, the Sandbox. As you can see, I haven't put any effort at all into this base. Don't judge me. And, you know, you will get visitors sometimes. But, I mean, it's a good base. You need this because you need dewdrop collectors, you need resources, you need food in the sandbox. You can be here for days on end. You know, you need to store up things as you go back in for more. It's a good base. You can make a pretty cool base here. Like I've done one in creative. You know. There's probably there's another. You can also build it over there in the water. Build it one near the sandcastle. All up, it's gotta give it a 6 out of 10 to be honest. You can also it's also a good zipline area because not too low, not too high. Like my little zipline, it's just up there. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm just gonna steal your head. Yeah, so it's gosh, my inventory is filled with junk. I swear, I looked at this one and I was just like, nah, I don't need blocking strength. I do like block stun, don't like blocking strength because I'm just too good at blocking. Yeah, and so now you can probably guess where we're gonna go next. Over there, and the famous picnic table one. 0 out of 10 because I haven't thought about it. Now we're up to the last 4 bases, all into the Into the Wood update area and the Bug Strike Back. So this one here, obviously you can see I don't use this one anymore, but all up you can build an epic castle here. This is the biggest stone, and in my opinion the biggest flat area. So I give it an 8 out of 10 because you're near all the tier 3 areas except the sandbox. You are near the pond, and you are near to all the late game things. The only problem is, buried leather. Anyway, when you build here, you should have zip lines unlocked, so it shouldn't be a struggle. Anyway, that one down there. Used to be, you know that slab that used to be there? If you join out into the wood, you probably wouldn't. Used to be a slab there you can get up from. That was built on it, so now it's floated. Anyway, that area there. Common wolf spiders roaming, as you can see. Leaves. You got leaves there. It's not bad, it's not good. And you've got to go to the barbecue to get up to here, so you're going to take sizzling damage. So all up, it's about a 6 out of 10. It's okay, but there's just one that beats it in every way. Technically, there's actually, when I said last 4, last 5, because I got an extra one down there. But it's just covers everything. Oh, Gregory, how are you? So, we've got this one. This one's purely look based. As you can see, I'm clearly not finished. This is rather a new project. Yeah, it's a good area. It looks cool. You have this great scenery view. And yeah. Now my guess is, am I going to cut or am I going to cut? Yes, I'm going to cut. Now, this one here is controversial. I personally think, why not build here? It's out of the construction tape for one, and it's on what I would call not the main stone. I think that one's going to be the main stone. I think this one is pretty safe. I think there's going to be nothing on here. All up, I think this is a safe base to build in. This is near the new area, close to the rest of the Into the Wood update. You know, this is a new update base. This is the base you want to have ready for the new update, stacked with things for the new update. At the moment, it's probably a 7.5 out of 10. Sorry, I just hit my mic there. 7.5 out of 10. When the update's released, once the update's been released for a little while, probably about a 5 to 4 out of 10. 1.0, anyway, and anything in there, or definitely in there, stuff, I'm never going to do that. That is a 1 out of 10, because your base is going to be destroyed. Anyway, this is Banana Man signing out for now, and at 1.0, I'm going to make an armor tier list video. So, and also it's been kind of tough, because as you can see, the recording is glitchy. There's only there's games I do want to film, but Grounded's the one I actually want to, and I'm trying to work on. I've just made it watchable. So, yeah, I think the problem is, I need a better graphics card in my computer, I think. Other than that, I think my PC is absolutely. I think my. Yeah, and so this is Banana Man signing out for now, and definitely do not build your base in that area there. So, yeah, see ya.